You know that moment in the grocery store aisle when everything explodes all at once? Your child wants the bright cereal box, you say no, and suddenly you're standing in aisle 7 with a tiny human melting into the floor. You can feel the other shopper's eyes on you, your heart races, your face gets hot. All you can think is, why is this happening again? And how do I make it stop? Later that night, you replay it. The screaming, the kicking, the way nothing you said made it better. And deep down you wonder, is it me? Is it them? Or is there something I'm missing? A team of researchers might have an answer. In 2025, psychologists reviewed dozens of studies involving thousands of families to understand what actually reduces disruptive behaviors in young children, the same behaviors that often show up as tantrums, outbursts, and emotional explosions. They examined parent-child interaction therapy, or PCIT, across homes, clinics, and schools. And the results were striking. They found that tantrums don't just come from bad behavior. They come from emotional overload, mismatched communication, and a child feeling out of sync with their parent. And the most reliable way to prevent tantrums wasn't punishment. It was strengthening the connection between parent and child in surprisingly simple ways. And what's even more interesting, the changes that happened at home during small everyday interactions were the same changes that help children stay calmer in public. Yes, even in aisle 7. Imagine it's the afternoon. You're home. Your child sits on the floor with blocks. Normally, this is when you say, let's clean up, or use your inside voice, or stop throwing that. All good intentions, because you're trying to teach them something. But here's what the research found. Kids who feel constantly corrected are kids whose emotions fill up fast. And when that emotional cup spills over, you get a tantrum. Not because they're bad, because their brain is overwhelmed. So instead of jumping in with instructions, try something different. Sit beside them, watch what they're doing, and describe it warmly. Almost like you're narrating a little story. You're stacking the tall blocks. You picked the blue one next? I see you're making a tower. This is child-led play. It's simple, but it has a big effect. When a child feels seen, really seen, their nervous system settles, and calmer nervous systems have fewer explosions. The review found this one shift alone reduced disruptive behaviors across cultures, incomes, and family structures. And here's where the grocery store connection comes in. Kids who get daily moments of connection where they feel confident and understood are less likely to spiral when you say no to the cereal aisle. Their emotional tank isn't empty, they're steadier, they're more regulated. Now think about the last time you said, "Stop that!" or, "If you throw that again, I'm taking it away." We've all been there. You're trying to get control back. But for a child who's already teetering, those phrases can accidentally push them over the edge. The researchers found that children responded far better when parents used descriptive praise, not just "good job," but specific warm acknowledgement of the behavior you want more of. You put the puzzle piece in so carefully. You're sharing the crayons. You're sitting so gently. And here's the surprising part. This doesn't just encourage good behavior. It reduces tantrums, because tantrums often come from feeling misunderstood or out of control. When you highlight what's going right, you shift the emotional tone. You strengthen the parent-child connection, one of the strongest predictors of fewer meltdowns in the review. Let's connect it back to aisle 7. When your child has a bank of moments where they've been praised specifically, when their brain is used to hearing, "You're doing it," instead of "Stop that," they're more likely to stay grounded when they're disappointed. The meltdown still might happen, but the fuse becomes longer, softer, slower. A lot of tantrums start because children feel powerless. Think about how many decisions get made for them every day. What to wear, when to eat, where to go, what to do next. Even for an adult, that much control from someone else would make you snap. So the researchers looked at autonomy, how much control children feel they have in their day. And they found that when children got even tiny choices, disruptive behaviors dropped noticeably. It doesn't have to be big. Blue cup or green cup? Walk to the car like a robot or like a frog? Do you want to hold your jacket or do you want me to carry it? Every time you offer a choice, you give your child a little power, a little dignity, a little feeling of, I can do this. Kids who feel capable are far less likely to erupt. And yes, this one shows up directly in the store. Do you want to help push the cart or help pick the fruit? Suddenly, your child is part of the process, not fighting it or fighting you. There's one more piece that quietly changes everything, even though most parents overlook it. Transitions, leaving the playground, turning off the tablet, putting toys away, these are combustion points for most families. The review found that predictable transitions reduced behavioral outbursts consistently, not because kids love boundaries, but because kids love knowing when a boundary is coming. So instead of, time to go, now, try, when this song ends, we'll head to the car. Or, when the timer beeps, we'll put the blocks away. Children who get transition cues feel prepared. Their brains shift gears gently, and tantrums, especially the dramatic falling to the floor ones, lose power. And guess what? This is the same emotional skill that helps in aisle 7. A child who practices transitions at home is less likely to fall apart when a boundary appears in public, because boundaries stop feeling like cliffs. They feel like curves. Let's bring it all back now. If the grocery store meltdown feels impossible, it's not because you're doing something wrong. It's because tantrums are an emotional skill issue, not a character issue. Your child isn't giving you a hard time. They're having a hard time. And emotional skills grow through moments of connection, moments of praise, moments of choice, moments of gentle transitions, and moments where you become the calm in their storm. So tonight, try one small shift. Narrate a moment of play. Offer one simple choice. Give a gentle transition cue, or soften your voice by just a little in the next heated moment. These aren't tricks. They're emotional building blocks, and connection is what quiets the storm. And the next time you're in aisle 7, you just might feel the difference. Not perfect, but calmer, more connected, more possible. If this helped, please like this video, subscribe for more research-backed parenting guidance, and share in the comments which shift you want to try tonight. You're doing more than you realize, and your child feels that every single day.